So, okay, this crew is loud as fuck. Okay, sorry. Profanity, I probably should be swearing. Okay, so, done some testing over here, right? So, as you know, as I will be posting soon, like, I've been doing some research on, you know, aerodynamics and gravitational forces. Right? Literally all I've been using is rocks. Ow. So, I keep it like this, and so if you were to throw it like this, going that way, there would be force. I'm pretty sure most of you guys should know this by now, but there's a force called drag that actually slows it down. But if I were to throw it like this, because it spins like that through the air, cuts through that drag, and like gravity takes longer to grip onto it in a sense. So watch. But if I throw it the same amount of force, I go slightly further, obviously. So now watch. I'm gonna throw it into the ocean like this. Best. Okay. Let's have a new rock. I missed. Like, I completely and utterly missed because I am that bad at throwing. So let's have a looky-loo. Let's have a looky-loo. Look at her. That doesn't sound weird at all. Unless there's a train coming in, which it probably is. That's a plane. Okay. So that's just sorry. I'm getting distracted because I just hear the most random stuff I do. You'll probably not hear on camera. But watch. Because it's rounded. I'll go further. Because like I found it. If I can find it. This little prop plane. Alright, so let's wait for an empty path. Unless we're a retard, the charge will set on sorry. That's not coming out. No, this one, right? It's rounded mostly. So I'm gonna go down here, that way, because I don't want to get bitten by an adder or any other snake. Because they're not venomous, but they still bloody hurt when you're bitten by one. Not that I've been bit by one yet. Hopefully I don't get bitten by one. But anyways, let's go down here. Let's try not to get the walker in my frames, because I don't want to unredact his appearance and appearance and how he looks in general. Just dropped it again. Right, found it. Right, so it's gonna go straight down, top him. Now the reason why that is that so drag still exists when you're throwing stuff like that's rounded or if you're spinning it, but it doesn't exist as much. Now, this is actually a good thing because, like, why do you think plane wings, like the V-22, why do you think that's got, like, I know that, like, we shall probably, hopefully know this, but plane wings are made the way they are because it's got large area, then it slowly gets smaller, like that, and it goes like that. So, the whole point of that is that it's like evenly distributes the airflow, like from to the bottom and the top. So okay, hold you here. Okay, so the airflow, yeah, see it's my wing. Here we go. Like creates an oval shape over the wing before joining itself back up. That's because like of how fast this plane propeller spins at like what 22,000 RPM, revolts per minute, not rounds per minute. Don't get that mixed up. So spins like 22,000 revolutions per minute. All right. So that's well fast, right? That'll get you what 350 miles per hour, hopefully. I'm pretty sure 22,000 was the Spitfire's Merlin engine. So that was what 650. Pretty sure. I don't really know much about engines. I'm just a plane designer who designs jets. No, not even plane designer. I just design them in my own time because why not? It's kind of fun. So, so the reason it's made like that is because it cuts through the air. But the V-22 Osprey, the reason why it's got like, the reason why its engines go upwards, not the whole wing, is actually because like they don't want to like suddenly halt the aircraft, because you don't want to give the pilots whiplash or passengers whiplash or whoever's on board. So if it was a search and rescue mission and the casualty is out cold, you don't want to give them whiplash whilst they're still injured, because they're whilst they're still out cold because of their injuries. See where I come from? That's the whole reason why the engines go up, not the whole wing, because it would be a sudden jump and then it slowly slows down. So it's a rapid slow of air going past, like rapid hit of wind. It's gonna push you back and go forwards slightly more as you keep on slowing down. But the whole engine, whole reason why it's designed like that is so you push it into, like you decrease throttle to what 25, get a slow enough speed, then you put the engine just from that way to that way. You can't really see that, but you go from that way. So the whole point of that is quite literally for none other, but it stops the aircraft from suddenly jolting. But in fact, it then actually slows it down slower and slower. But then some people ask, why doesn't it just fall out of the air? Well, that's a good point. So helicopters are designed like a helicopter, so it's meant to be, so they're actually called helicopter aircraft or VTOL aircraft, as the formal name is. What we call them helicopter aircrafts. It's like, why not? And VTOL stands for vertical takeoff and landing. There's no A because it's like the USA, United States of America, but there's no O in there, is there? So I'm going to say this quite a lot, but quite literally the whole reason of that is the whole point of VTOL is so that you can, you can go up and down and switch where your engine is, and that's going to give you a better chance of getting smooth landing on carrier decks. So there's actually another form of VTOL that isn't propeller driven, and that's actually gets the Hawk Harrier or the F-35 Lightning B2. Don't get that mixed up with the B2 bomber. It's called the Lightning B2 because it's the B variant of the F-35 Lightning II. So it used to be called the XF-35, but that they changed it because X means experimental. It's very much an active aircraft, but the whole point of VTOL is so that let's be real clear here. Let me just drop any conclusion. Let me just make one single conclusion. Right? The whole point of VTOL, like I've already said, is to give you a smooth landing on carrier decks. Now they do that by distributing the force of the air wind. So the F-35 and the Harrier do this by using air brakes. Like the Harrier had one on the bottom, so it would go downwards and help it slow down easier. But the F-35, I don't believe it actually has a air brake, except for the time you throw the engine into VTOL, which is, so there's a hatch that opens up like that. That was a fan. So then the fan pushes air at what, 32,000 revs per minute. Alright, that's massive. Alright, don't you dare think I'm saying the low tape fade me. Okay, anyone who says that is dead. It died years ago. Right, so it's a massive amount of force being pushed down there. People wonder, how doesn't the steel or the titanium just bend because of the airflow? Well, like, there have been problems like the F-35 when it was in testing, the B variant was being tested, and the propeller blade snapped because they put it at 62,000, I'm pretty sure, and it just broke. So they figured out that anything above 32,000, I'm pretty sure. This is all just a guesstimate, right? I don't know any proper spec of the F-35 or anything like that, right? So they decreased it to 32,000 because anything above that is dangerous for it, right? So now, let's think of it rationally, right? So you've just gone, you've just gone to a carrier and you need to land, right? But like, it's gonna be harder for you to land with the tail hook because it's constantly moving, isn't it? So 63 knots against your 370 meters per second aircraft, yeah, you're not going to get the best landing there, are you? So, you know what you do? You give it VTOL so it can go up and down easier. Now, the whole point of that is, yes, for easier landing. And what it does is, like, so it purposely makes the engine, what, 32 knots a second? But if you time it just perfectly, you let the actual craft go past you a little bit, and then you slowly decrease the force of how you're moving, you'll eventually land on there. Obviously tyres will still be squeaking because you just touch down with such force, but that's only going to be a tiny millisecond squeak, right? And like, the rubber doesn't burn at all, unlike conventional landings, and like, that's good because now you've just gotten a perfect landing. Now, the V-22, it's a slower moving aircraft, obviously, but still, still conventional for airlift or anything like that. So, Marine Corps utilises it on carriers and things like that. So, the United States Marine Corps utilises the, yes, I'm British, by the way. So, the United States Marine Corps, they utilise it on carriers because it's slower moving, yeah. But one, if you're going if your VTOL motor stops and you're just going forwards, but the foot was perfectly fine, voila, just keep on moving. You've got a perfect amount of coach speed, right? But if the VTOL isn't working, then use it to the best of your ability because it's got two engines, right? Two propellers, and you know what that gives you? That gives you the ability to essentially put your half forward, keep on moving upwards and downward at the same time, decreasing throttle little by little until you eventually land. Now, alright, so this is really good. So, I'm gonna end it here now, right? I've just gotten 15 minutes of everything, and I'm gonna want people in the comments if they're United States Air Force engineers or pilots or anything like that, or anything, just like general mechanics or anyone that knows just general knowledge. Please feel free to laugh at me and then correct me on any mistakes I made. Alright, see you guys. Bye.